You'd have heard how they get themselves ready and up for competition. And the competition is about to begin. We're looking at coming in just over 160 kilos in the snatch with the Egyptian. Ragab Abdallah coming out at 162. And it says there, ranks him 6th if he gets it. Well, that's because Gospodinov of Bulgaria is leading the way with 173 in the snatch. And that was from the B group. Well, alongside me, Colin Bryce, Michaela Breeze as ever. Michaela, a very strong lifter here, but we're going to go quite a bit above this before we see the very best coming in, maybe 175 plus before the Kazakhs are posted, which is a big surprise.
Yes, that's right, and we've mentioned the results from the B and C groups. I'm just looking at those results, and I can't believe Stanlis has been in the C group. He snatched a 170 from the C group. That is some phenomenal lifting. I'm not sure why he's ended up down in that group. Maybe didn't put his total in quite high enough at the technical meeting a week ago. That's what decides who is in which group.
Yes, that's a bit of a mistake by him. Certainly lifted strong. Now, carrying on here as the Moldovan.
Shocking elbow lock. Really
yes.
not good with the arms, but there was no movement, so he will be fine. Some lifters just naturally have trouble locking the arms out, so they look straight. Centre referee didn't like it. 3 referees, has to be a majority decision.
Well, does he come back out of his lock and then go back into it? I mean, it's a horrible lock on that right-hand side, isn't it? But he remains in that position, not fully straight. So you really have to give him that one.
Because it's such a soft lock, it's very hard to tell whether it's just soft or whether it is a press out. We'll stipulate that the bar must go to arm's length and stay there. No movement allowed in the elbows.
Chinese weightlifter just doing his last minute preparations in here. Louis Hao. 165 is what he is expected in as.
A very short and stocky lifter for this category. He's got legs on legs.
He's got a big clean and jerk as well. 173 is what he snatched at the Asian Championships, which left him behind some others, but then 2-2-1 in the clean and jerk. And he put those massive legs to good use there. So he'll no doubt want to just try and keep close to the other favourites in this category, the likes of the Solinsky brothers, who are good in snatch for as much as 180, Adrian.
Oh, he's not going to get that. Even if he stood with it, his left elbow, the right side as we look at it, came unlocked. Disappointing start for China.
Really disappointing, yes. Puts himself under some pressure here now.
Good extension. Just went sideways, that elbow came unlocked, he's off balance.
Yeah, this is enjoying himself anyway. And with two goes left, he certainly is strong enough to lift this, just has to get it in the right position.
Well, just before he came onto the platform, you could see him in a squat position, arms overhead, and the coach just pulling his arms back. So they've obviously recognised that that's one of his weaknesses. And that was exactly what happened on the platform, just lacking that mobility in the shoulders to sit really still under the bar.
Well, the Zelinskis are coming in at Adrian 175. And Tomasz expected in at 168. And the highest posted start is now Vladimir Sidov, 178. Sidov's personal best. 185, yes, the Kazakh has got a massive personal best. But the other Kazakh, 165 is his personal best, and he's posted a 175 starting weight, 10 kilos above his PB. Anyway, we have Louis Hao coming out for his second. I sincerely hope he gets this so he can up his weight a bit, keep himself in the game with that massive clean and jerk that he has.
No problems this time. That was much better attempt. Absolutely rock solid under the bar.
Well, he came out to the Asian Championships and did 6 out of 6. He's an improving lifter all the time, brimming with confidence. I think that's why he just smiled after that first one, because he knows he's not the kind of lifter who does come out and fail a lot.
Well, that was spot on.
Yeah, he did 165, 171, then 173 at the Asian Championships. So he may go up to 170 next. Now it's the turn of the Belarusian. Basanov going for 166.
Well, in comparison, relatively soft under the bar.
And his arms right out at the end. The long arm man, and it's still a good way above his head as well.
Well, no problems. First attempt is in. I wouldn't say at this point the lifters can relax, but the pressure is off. They can now go out there and just really try and push close to and hopefully increase personal bests.
Ragab Abdallah following up a 162.
Wow. Extremely wide with the feet when he caught it at the bottom. Not happy with that elbow though. Didn't look to be a problem overhead. I didn't see any movement. Obviously, the niggle that he's carrying. Elbows are good, super wide with the feet. That enables him to get into a much deeper position. Most lifters wouldn't be able to go any further down, but that's where he obviously finds it most comfortable. Just means that the knees track slightly inwards of the feet, going to put excess strain on the knees. But he seems to cope with it.
Kirisu, 167, so 5 up on his previous. Let's see how his lockout is here. Oh, again, that soft lockout, but did he flex at all?
I think he's okay. As he came onto the stage, he pointed to his elbow to indicate to the referee, I've got a dodgy lock.
Yes, and I think that's absolutely the right result. It's tricky, really tricky for someone like Kirisu. And your arm doesn't fully straighten, especially the right. It's hard. Well, the first time we've seen one of the Solinsky brothers from Poland, Tomasz, European silver medalist this year, coming out first. And 6'8". And that was very easy,
wow.
My goodness.
Comfortable opening attempt, and if you look at who's coaching him, it's the one and only Simon Kalechi of Poland, who is the current world junior record holder in the clean and jerk and total. He's now retired from lifting and has stepped into more of an official capacity within the sport in Poland.
He's not been as successful as his big brother, or a smaller brother as he used to be. Now they're in the same category. I wonder how it works backstage, truly. How competitive they are between each other. Adrian, perhaps favourite for this category, the European champion, the Olympic champion from the lower weight. And we're still chasing Gospodinov of Bulgaria and Zigomantis as well from Lithuania, from the B and the C group. Zigomantis. Well, here is Rinat Kireev of Russia being called back down off the stage. He was expecting to come in, I think, at 170. And it may well be another lifter. There might be a few on 170. Some others may have lowered their starting weight. Looks like the Belarusian is coming in. Streltsu, Vadzim Streltsu.
I believe the bar was on 169, but he'd upped it to 170. That's the reason for the hold-up.
Well, Streltsu's PB 175 in Snatch. 28 years old, so still going strong.
Some technical controllers table there that we can see. Sorry, the jury's table. They're just on the phone trying to work out what's going on, what the hold-up is. Obviously some confusion over which lifter is coming out.
Yes, indeed, and it may be Kareev. Sometimes the weightlifters are 5 steps ahead of the referees and scorers. They know what's coming, and here he is onto the stage. 169. And that's why, because everybody thought the next round was coming in at 170, and he just pulled it down 1 kilogram. Perhaps things not going quite as well as he'd hoped in the warm-up area.
Well, all the commotion hasn't put him off. He's come out really focused and executed the first attempt to perfection.
Yeah, that was really solid. Ranks him only 4th, though, because of those successes from the B group. 173, the best there.
Great to see this hall filled almost to capacity. Really good atmosphere here this afternoon.
Yeah, well, you'll hear it come to life when the first of the Kazakhs come out, that's for sure. Looking a little nervous here. His first lift. Streltsu of Belarus. And this would equal Zigomantis from the C group, the Lithuanian. But he is the lighter man, the Belarusian. Gospodinov still doing 173 from the B group leads.
That's fine, no problem at all. It's a good start to the competition. Lots of successful lifts. Good extension. Just dropped his chest as he stood out of the receiving position, therefore had to take a step forwards to steady himself.
A lot of pretty nervous-looking men here. Bersanov of Belarus comes out for his second. Only 4 kilos up.
Very strong, these guys. Not as dynamic as we'd like to see him. It's a bit more aggression. You can see how softly he's landing in the receiving position. Watch his feet. Hardly move at all. You see the lifters then that land and it looks and sounds really solid and dynamic. The difference is those lifters will be landing on flat feet. Here we saw him landing toes then heels, so it's more of a soft landing, not on flat feet.
Abdallah, former Mediterranean Games winner, for 170 for his final.
Oh, super deep. Come on, he says. Yes, I'm number one. Number one. No, you're not. Number three.
Ouch. Yes, he's managed to equal Zigomantis from the C group at 170. And Bersenov, of course, as well, 170. And still out front, Gospodinov. Some great men in the B group and C group. I mean, Zigomantis, he was second in the Europeans 2 years ago behind Rinat Kireev. And of course, Gospodinov third in the Europeans this year. So it's really solid lifters further on down the order that we don't even see on television in this A group. 170 or Kirasu of Moldova.
Again, just pointing out to the referees, remember, I've got a dodgy elbow. Well, that's the best lift we've seen. There's clearly no movement in the elbows that time. 3 out of 3.
Yes, and when you see the slow motion from the front on the snatch, you can see a long scar down his right elbow. So a dislocated elbow in the past. A brave man to get out there and do it again. Good lifting, 170. Tomasz Solinsky coming out for his second. 168 looks so snappy and easy. You'd have to fancy him for this one, just 4 kilos up.
There's no problems there, is there? Just a little bit more aggression through the middle part of the lift and he can easily get his 175 equal best, if not a couple of kilos more. That's Kelechi, congratulating him. See the comparison with the elbow lock, that is an excellent elbow lock. Lovely and straight, technical perfection.
Well, he's had 2 lifts now, 175. You can see him coming out and going for next as Chumak of Ukraine joins in. 173. He'll be the first man to go ahead of the B group lifters, courtesy of body weight.
Wobble, wobble, but he's okay. First lift is always a nervy one. You're never quite sure what to expect when you step foot on the platform. Even though most of these lifters would have been on the platform before the competition started, you never quite know what that environment's going to be like. No matter how much you try, you're always that little bit shaky.
Well, we still haven't seen either of the Kazakhs, and the other Lithuanian, Dizbalas, and also Adrian Zielinski. So those 4 men still to step on stage as Louis Hao goes again. Having hit 165 in his second, he's going for 173, I've got recorded.
8 kilos up.
It's a big jump.
He's desperate to stay with the field here. After missing his first attempt, he put himself under pressure. Nowhere near.
Nowhere near, yes. I mean, he hit that at the Asian Games 6-7 weeks ago, but no, not today. Not even close. He just didn't pull it high enough. He didn't have the power there.
That's the point, as he tried to pull it high. Arms coming in, but it was the legs that should have generated the upward momentum. He's going to be very disappointed that he's got a massive clean and jerk to bring into the second half of the competition, but that said, if he's so far down after the snatch, it's going to be very hard for him to make it up.
Bersenov, 173.
Oh, bar didn't stop moving overhead. Put a bit of a swing on it, threw his shoulders back. Over the bar. Has to compensate by throwing shoulders back at the top. And that swing is very hard to stop.
Once again is Rinat Kiraev. He's getting it towards his best now. 174 Kiraev for his second. Still a 176.
Good effort, 2 out of 2. Really dynamic. Practice so many times, repetition after repetition. It does become perfection. Do you know what? There's blood on the bar. By his right hand, by his little finger. He needs cleaning.
It's just gone to the back of the bar there. Good spot. So one of the athletes will point it out if they're not happy. Solinsky 174, so only 2 kilos up here. He trails his brother a bit in snatch, but he can be the bigger of the two in clean and jerk. Oh, just lost his head in the middle there, didn't it?
It's more of an upper body movement than a positive kick and catch with the legs. That's a real shame. First, second attempts were so impressive. Just been under the bar that bit quicker rather than trying to hang on at the top.
So you can hear the noise level just starting to build here as they await. They want their man to come out and take the lead here. Zashelan Kiraev, 22 years old, 175 kilograms on the bar. He's following in the footsteps of Ilya Ilin. Ilin, Olympic champion for Kazakhstan at this weight. Of course, Ilin's gone up a weight. We'll get to see him. Big smile on his face there, and I bet you're thinking, put it down, don't waste too much energy, don't get carried away. I can read your mind.
No, it's a first attempt, and he's come out here obviously in front of a home crowd. It is noisy, there is a big atmosphere. He's taking it in, enjoying the experience. But he's done that now. Now we need to see him really start to shift some bigger weights if he's going to stay in contention for a medal.
Yes, Kiraev, can you just remind us of his personal best before this moment?
Well,
in competition.
In competition, he's got a 165 recorded. That was a 175 opener. However, I haven't got anything recorded since 2012, so he's not competed on the international stage since then. Obviously, he's been improving.
Here's the Olympic champion from the lighter weight category, the older brother of the Zelinskys, Adrian, going for 175. Well, well, well. He's furious with himself for that, and he certainly got the power. It was zipped off the floor. Didn't quite get underneath it properly there.
He's out in front all the way. The side replay would be better. Shoulders over the upper back isn't even tight. Bar was way in front onto his toes right from the word go. Not overly impressive start there.
Rimas Didzbalis of Lithuania. very aggressive lifter. Took gold in the under-23 World Championships in 2010. 2 golds at the under-23 Europeans. I'm afraid he did have a positive test in 2012. That's why we didn't see him at the Olympics, but he's back. And with a bang, that was a good solid lift, 175.
Very powerful. Not a great elbow lock, as we've seen with 1 or 2 other lifters, but he's got the strength in the upper body to stabilise it. Rock solid. Very, very fast as well. It's a definition of power when speed and strength combine.
We're talking of the upper back there, you can see it flexing. It certainly was tight there, wasn't it? So, Adrian Solinsky, 175 again. Olympic champion does not want to put himself under too much pressure here. If he misses this, he will be. Wow, that's a dreadful start to his World Championship campaign. He has 1 lift left, and he's normally good for 180 or more. And now he hasn't even got 175.
Just looks to be on his toes way too early. All he's got to do is stay on flat feet and keep his chest up. See, they're whipping the shoulders back at the end to try and compensate for the earlier mistake.
Dizbalis leads the way. 175, the lighter man, lighter than the Kazakh, so he's in first. Well, this is where he'll have to summon up all of his experience, all of his mental strength that he clearly has from winning the Olympic Games. And, well, we've seen little pieces about the Solinsky brothers throughout the week. It's been very enjoyable to hear how they deal with things mentally. And one thing we have seen is that they, even from the age of 6, they went in on their own to a gym to start learning to train. They can handle things that are tough cookies. So hopefully he'll get his act together and put out a big snatch at the end here and stay in this competition. Now, Vidzim Straltsu of Belarus, 176. And of course that means that Solinsky's gone up a weight as well to try and buy himself time.
Well, these lifters only have 1 minute from when the bar is loaded and they are called to start the lift. There is a clock right in front of the athletes on the platform, so they know how long they've got. Good extension, really working hard. Just see the determination in his face all the way through the lift.
Yeah, never uses his upper body either, just keeps those arms nice and loose. Quite different from some of the other lifters when they get...
There's two ways of thinking here. A lot of coaches, a lot of athletes will try and rip the bar as high as they can with their upper body, in a sense taking the speed off it. So when the bar changes direction, so does the lifter, and it becomes a race between the athlete and the bar. My way of thinking is drive with the legs, relax the arms, get the upward float on the bar, giving you time to get underneath.
Well, let's hope Kureyev listens. And 176, 2 kilos up, make it 3 out of 3 for him.
Well, there is an athlete that uses his power and his speed. Nothing more frustrating than your wrist support coming off during the lift, however.
He dealt with that well, very well. He's obviously got a bad wrist because he's only got it on one side. And 3 out of 3 for the Russian. That was a really good lift. I think there was plenty more there. Another day, another attempt. He might have done 178, maybe even 180. Now, here is a man who knows how to do 180. He's done it on a regular basis, the Olympic champion. Yes, he needs to summon up all of his power here. 1 kilo up to buy him some time. He failed his first 2. Surely not.
Just really helping get that thumb wedged in between his fingers and the bar. That's the hook grip that we use. It means you shouldn't lose your grip during the lift. Nope, as soon as that bar came off the floor, his chest was too low.
So, Adrian Solinsky bombs at the World Championships. That will be one of the big headlines of today, and not a positive one, I'm afraid, for Solinsky.
Well, he's going to look back at that, and I'm sure he's going to look at the video replays to see what went wrong. To me, that's fairly clear. Taking the weight all on his upper body. He has to, because he's so far over the bar. Shoulders should be above the bar, not too far forwards.
So one of the big favourites is out. Chumak, no, not even close. He's got one more lift, but having seen that, yeah, I think he's gone too big a jump. 173 was close to maximal. Slow through the middle.
Just no change in speed. And there's a whole throwing of his head back. That's going to take the speed off the bar as well. All of the effort comes from the quads and the glutes. The quads will extend the knee, but the glutes will extend the hip. Get those two muscle groups firing together, and then you've got a powerful body to drive from.
So in the competition still we have Chumak with one lift left. The Kazakh Kirabayev still has two. We still have one Kazakh with 3 attempts. Has not yet joined the snatch competition, Vladimir Sidov. And he's expected to come in at 180. Wonder whether he wants to pull that down a bit, just in case, get one in. You don't want to do what Solinsky's just done. And well, Sidov, Solinsky, and perhaps Liu of China, they'd be the big favourites for this category. We've already seen Solinsky bomb out. Liu failed to do 173, so he's right the way down the order in 14th at the moment. Chumak then, coming out for his third and final, 178. If he wasn't strong enough to do 177, not quite sure what the thinking was there from the coaches. I guess just to buy a little time.
It was a far from impressive attempt. Both of those 2 attempts were just nowhere near, not enough leg power. Throws the shoulders back, throws the head back, just doesn't drive with the legs.
By the time he hits his pelvic bone, it looks almost like a snatch deadlift. It's moving so slowly. Big cheers as Zashilan Kirabayev of Kazakhstan comes out for his second. 179 was posted. Sidov will be waiting in the wings, ready to come out for his opener. So there's only 4 men left in the competition now, and this will take Kirabayev from 4th up into 1st.
Oh, very fast, very explosive through the middle part of the lift. That's going to generate maximum upward height, upward momentum on the bar.
His head was facing forward there as he started to stand up. Does well, really well.
Yeah, head was forward due to lack of flexibility in the shoulders, really having to work hard. And that was...
Is there much more there?
Not much.
Not too much more.
Probably wouldn't go more than another 2 kilos.
Well, he's just on 179. I guess 180 would be a rather magic number to hit, considering 165 is the best ever personal best we've come across. And Strautsu of Belarus coming out for his third and final at 179 also. He's the lighter man, so he'd go into the lead ahead of the Kazakh.
personal best of 175. He was a kilo above that on his previous attempt, so hopefully we'll leave after the first half of the competition relatively satisfied.
So 3 men still in. Dzybalis, the Lithuanian, has 2 efforts. Kadabayev has 1 to come, and it looks like he may well be coming out now. And of course Vladimir Sidov, no, Kadabayev has gone up, so it is Vladimir Sidov who is going to be doing just his first effort, and he hasn't done up his weightlifting suit. Is that perhaps on purpose, or perhaps it's ripped at the last minute? Well, we'll have to wait and see. 180 on the bar for an opener, last man to join.
And he's got it. Best of the 3.
Wow. Like the Incredible Hulk bursting out of his suit here. He steps on stage and does 180.
Oh, do you know what? That was super impressive. I'm not sure why his suit's not done up. Maybe the coaches didn't do it at the last minute. We'll find out in a second whether or not he comes out with it done up, but it may just be too tight.
I think it is. Rimas Dzybalis gunning for Lithuania here. 181 to put him into first place. A kilo above his personal best. Wow. He is just brutally strong, isn't he?
He is. He's saying, come on, this is my time on the big stage. Well, what he lacks in any extension through the middle, it's not bad, but he can maybe get another inch at the top. He sure makes up for in speed underneath the bar.
I mean, that's quite amazing, isn't it? He pulls it off the floor with what looks like pretty much bent arms.
But the difference is...
Has he even got a hook grip there?
I don't think he did.
He doesn't have a hook grip.
Can we see that again? Can we have another slow-mo, please?
I thought I saw that, but I didn't want to say it in case I sounded stupid. He really didn't have a hook grip.
That is unbelievable. I don't know of any weightlifters at any standard really who lift without a hook grip. Maybe those that come in for the first few sessions, but that's about it.
Yeah, he's perhaps been training with the world's strongest man, Zydrunas Savickas, who's also a Lithuanian. That's a strongman style. Well, Zashelan Karabayev to have a reply here. 182, final lift. We'll go from third to first.
Oh, I don't know if he's going to get that. That was one mighty attempt. Saying thank you to the referees, but he'll be gutted with that looking back. It was so close. He'd done all the hard work. Well, he was really doing everything possible to stand still.
We said at 179 he was pretty close to his limit. I think if he'd have done 180, 181 there.
Well, look, he's got it, just can't quite stand still. Run out of room on the front of the platform. You have to wait for the down signal, which he didn't get, and even then he would have had to have dropped it on the platform.
I mean, you're right. I mean, he did stand up with it. He's clearly strong enough to lift it, just out of luck, really, and no more attempts for him. So Vladimir Sidov will be coming out first, as it's his second attempt. Dzybalis and Sidov have posted 185 at the moment. In terms of who's lighter, 93.2, Dzybalis, yes, 40 grams lighter than this man. Remember, he's got 2 lifts left.
Wow, impressive. Needs to Not a great elbow lock on that time.
No, his right arm does not have a good lockout, does it?
First attempt was better than that, I'm sure. He held it on bent arms. Look at that, even a look to the scoreboard just to make sure. But the rules say your arms are not allowed to flex and extend. Well, they're flexed, that's for sure. And they stay flexed. Tremendous strength to hold that position.
So, 2 lifts left, and it's Dzyzbalis now to reply with 185 to equal Seedorf, but go ahead because of body weight.
We just talked about his hook grip and questioned whether or not he was actually using hook grip. His thumbs are heavily taped. We'll see now. Yeah, thumbs underneath the fingers.
Surely.
I'm going to say it's virtually impossible to shift these kind of weights at this speed without hook grip. Your hands will fly off the bar. 3 out of 3. Can he stand?
Oh, yes, he can. Is he going to get it? He deserves it, surely. Nearly twisted his ankle off the back of the platform there. 185 kilograms. That is a magnificent return to weightlifting for Dzyzbalis of Lithuania. Congratulations there. 3 out of 3 into first place. And this is only 3 kilograms off of the world record, one of the oldest world records around in the last century, funnily enough. Kazakhstan, 188. So perhaps that's what Seedorf will go for now. What an athlete, eh?
Oh, and he just landed on the platform. Last thing you want to do is go turning an ankle over. There's been reports in the press of injuries after people celebrating on football pitches. But that was one gutsy effort, and when you know when a lifter is at his limit, when he struggles to stand up with a snatch, let's hope he's got the legs for a big clean.
Final lift then, and 188. This is to equal Kazakhstan's world record from November 1999. The great Greek lifter. He goes 1 kilo more, he'd take the world record, but this is about the world title first and foremost. Oh, goodness, he was right back there. Incredible flexibility, or certainly overcoming his lack of. That's surely a good lift, and he's taken the world title in snatch right on the limit, 3 kilos up, and a deserved winner. Dzyzbalis will have to settle for the silver.
Well, he only needed 186 to take the gold on the snatch, but look at this, equal world record, held on bent arms as well. Phenomenal strength. And that is a gutsy third attempt, gave it absolutely everything. Brilliant lifting. He puts himself right up in the lead now by 3 kilos over Dzyzbalis of Lithuania. See what he's got on the clean and jerk.
Yes, well, Vladimir Seedorf, great lifter. Of course, world champion from back in 2009. In the snatch that day, 185. He managed to 177, 8285. Here he's gone 3 kilos better. He's equaled the world record. And, great just to see him have one more lift to go for that world record. But I'm sure Kazakhstan wouldn't like that, and he is in attendance. Well, great news for Lithuania, of course. Their first taste of a World Championship medal. Silver, 3 out of 3 for Dzyzbalis. He put up quite a performance. The other Kazakh, rounding off a good start for them, Kirabayev with the bronze on 179.